Hey Buddha family, today we're going to talk powdery mildew. It's that time of year again, and this disease, this fungus that spreads with the storms, so it's inevitable. No matter where you are, you're probably going to get it, and there's some plants that are way more susceptible than others, especially dahlias and zinnias. And today we're in my dahlia garden. We got a few plants here, and we've got to address this because you work so hard all season. This is when your dahlias are popping, flowers look the best. They love this cool fall weather, but the powdery mildew will set in onto the leaves and quickly spreads and can kill your plant before you even have time to enjoy it. So let me bring you in and show you what to look for. So here we can see my beautiful dinner plate dahlia. But as we inspect a little bit closer, we can start to see this white film on the leaves, and that is powdery mildew. It usually starts in a darker shaded area. It does not like the sun. You can see here against the fence, it's starting to spread. I caught it early, which is what you want to do, because even though you can cure this, you can't fix the problem. So once the fungus has affected a leaf, even once you kill that fungus, the leaf part will still be dead unless you catch it very early. So very important to check your dahlias often this time of year, zinnias especially. Here we have the plant next to it, likely to have spread. Or this one's a little worse, so it might have started here. See those leaves? So not all is lost. Monitor and inspection is important, and now I'm going to show you how to cure it. So the three I've narrowed it down to are: one, Crop Defender 3 by Grower Ally, which is basically just a bunch of oils that are mixed together: thyme, rosemary, clove, and peppermint oil. It's an insecticide. It even kills mites, so it's a miticide, and it definitely works on powdery mildew. This is a little expensive, but it works really well, especially with things that are edible. Next up is horticultural oil. This stuff is basically just mineral oil. Love this stuff. It's a great bargain, and I found it pretty effective. And again, being just mineral oil, relatively safe for most things. And the third thing is a homemade recipe. There's a lot out there. Most don't work. But if you wanted to try it, in 1 gallon of water, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, and 1 tablespoon of Castile soap. Mix those into a gallon and spray. It works relatively well considering it's a homemade recipe. And with any of these, repeat applications are generally necessary because the powdery mildew grows on the top of the leaf, grows underneath the leaf. You want to get complete contact coverage when you're spraying. And generally, I come back every few days just to see if any more have sprouted up or if I missed any. So let's go mix one up. Here I got a little pump sprayer. I like these pump sprays because you can just pump it up and build up the pressure and then just hold the trigger down and spray and get underneath and over very easily versus the ones that you have to keep squeezing. So use this one or even a little 1 gallon one with a wand. Those work nice because you can stick that wand into the plant and get all sorts of underneath. But whenever you're mixing, generally I want to fill about halfway with water, add the product, and then fill the rest. With whatever you use, make sure you read the directions. On this specific horticultural oil, it's 1 ounce to 1/4 of a gallon. So I'm just going to use 2 tablespoons. Now let's go kill some powdery mildew. Okay, now that we got our mixture and it's gently swirled up, and just pump it up. And when you're spraying, you don't want to shoot a jet because that's just going to hit the leaf, bounce off. You're going to waste a lot. So you generally want like a nice cone, and that way the particles are smaller. It's a nice fine mist and it gets much better coverage. So another tip is that if you're new to the sprayer or it's not set, fill it up with fresh water, get it dialed in, and then make your mixture so you're not messing with it when it's already mixed. So I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to hold you with one hand and spray with the other so you can really see. So when you start spraying, you want to start on the bottom part of the leaves, the underside, and that way it doesn't drip all over you. So, and then you can spray the top afterwards. So I'm going to start by shooting it up. You can see that's a nice fine mist. It's getting real good coverage. And then I'll come to the tops, start in the back of the plant, work your way forward so you're not getting any of the spray all over yourself. And the back is usually the worst because that's where it's shaded. Get underneath, I angle my sprayer like this, shoot up. And that looks good. You don't want to use too much. You don't want to do this when it's super hot because the leaves can burn. So I'm doing it at night. It is the fall and we are actually getting a rain tomorrow, so that's good. But you definitely don't want to do this in the heat of the day. And I got a lot more dahlias to go touch up, and we'll touch base 24 hours. And we'll see all the dead powdery mildew. We'll start with the tall one. It looks pretty good. So you can see all this brown. That's kind of where it was. But those leaves will be recovering. You can tell I missed some way back there. See those two leaves? So this is why you do repeat treatments. And you go back out and check your work. There's another little spot right there. So other than that, looks pretty good. Few misses, but I'll come back and touch up. So good luck. If you have any questions on powdery mildew, let me know.